Hello, students. I hope you all are doing fine. Today, we will be discussing on a new topic that is Poems to Ponder, Unit 9. In this unit, we will be learning about poems that play with words, poetic technique, and moon poem. Some poems are serious and others just plain silly. Some poems are designed to be read silently, but others are more fun to read aloud in pairs or in groups, a bit like performing a play. First, let me read a poem for all of us. On the 33rd of January. Now, please listen to the poem carefully. On the 33rd of January, right before October, a strange thing did happen that I always won't remember. At 11 in the afternoon, while making midnight brunch, I bought a glass of sandwiches and baked a plate of punch. Then I climbed up on my head to see the silver sky of green and dance around my feet because I turned 11. A parade began to end, and music started not to play as rain came out and snowed all night that warm and sunny day. That was how it didn't happen, as I keenly don't remember, on the 33rd of January, right before October. Ken Nesbit. Now, the poem which we have heard is said to be a nonsense poem. What is a nonsense poem? A nonsense poem is a humorous poem which sometimes is associated with characters, actions, or words, like, for example, the words like January, August, and October. These words perform a poem for fun. Here the poem is meant to make us laugh because it has non-existence of dates and numbers. When we look at each stanza of the poem, we notice that it sounds strange to understand the meaning. Like when we see the first stanza of the poem, the word 33rd should be replaced by 30th. January should be read as August. Right before October, the word October should be corrected as September. A strange thing didn't happen. Now didn't will be replaced by did. That I always won't remember. The word won't will be replaced by will. So again, each stanza has to be corrected and bring it back to a correct meaning, like here it goes. On the 30th August, right before September, a strange thing happened that I always remember. At 11 in the morning, while making brunch, I poured a glass of punch and a plate of sandwiches. Then I climbed up on my stairs to see the silver sky of blue and dance on my feet because I turned 11. A parade began to start and music started to play as rain fell down and poured all night. That warm and sunny day, that was how it happened, as I keenly remember, on the 30th August, right before September. Next we have is Poetic Devices, or we say it as a poetic technique also. So, poetic devices or technique are tools that a poet can use to create rhythm, enhance a poem's meaning, or intensify a mood or feelings. These devices help piece the poem together, much like a hammer and nails join planks of wood together. So let us discuss some key poetic devices and terms. First is alliteration, where words close together or next to each other begin with the same sound. Example: come and clean your chair. Bring the book to the bookcase. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. Next, stanza, a group of lines that help to break up and organize how the poem appears on the page. Example: here is a poem. Today is your luck. Let me read out the poem. Today on your birthday, consider your luck. You could have been born as a pig, cow, or duck. You could have been born crying wink, quack, or moo. You're lucky you didn't wind up in the zoo. So the first four lines is considered to be the stanza 1, and the second stanza, which have four lines, is considered to be stanza 2. Onomatopoeia, the use of words that sound like their meaning. Example: there was a bang on the door. Buzz, buzz, said the golden honeybee. The raindrops drip on my window. Next is rhyme scheme. It is the pattern of sound that repeats at the end of a line or stanza, usually described with letters to show the patterns. Example: twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are, up above the world so high, like a diamond in the sky. Now when you see the last word of each line, we see a similar sound in first line and second line, that is star and R. So we name them A. In the third and fourth line, high and sky, they sound similar, so we will name them B. So the rhyming scheme of this rhyme is A A B B. Next we have is simile. It is a figure of speech that compares two different things, usually by using the words like or as. It is used to make a direct and clear comparison between two things. Simile may be confused with metaphors which do the same kind of things. Example: cute as a kitten, as cold as ice, glittered like the stars, ran like the stars. Metaphor: it is a figure of speech that is used to make comparisons between two things that aren't alike but do have something in common. A metaphor uses this similarity to help the writer make a point. Example: the clouds are balls of cotton. My computer is an old dinosaur. Go play outside. Don't be a couch potato. Rhythm. It can be described as the beat and pace of a poem. Rhythm is created by the pattern of stressed and unstressed syllable in a line or verse. It can help to strengthen the meaning of words and ideas in a poem. Rhyme. It means words that sound the same or similar in their endings. Example: bum, jump, wall, ball, talk, hawk, girl, curl. Lastly, we have moon poem. But first, let me ask you some few questions. Children, what happens to the light as the sun goes down? It becomes night. What happens to all the colors it becomes dark. What do we see in the sky at night? We see moon and stars. So today we will be learning a poem on moon. The name of the poem is Silver. Slowly, silently, now the moon walks the night in her silver shone. This way and that she peers and sees silver fruit upon silver trees. One by one the casmen catch her beams beneath the silvery thatch. Couched in his kennel like a log, with paws of silver sleeps the dog. From the shadowy court the white breast peep of doves in silver feathered sleep. A harvest mouse goes scampering by, with silver claws and silver eye, and moveless fish in the water gleam, by silver reeds in a silver stream. Walter de la Mare. Here, the poem Silver describes the visible effects of moonlight on the countryside at night, as the moon walks silently over the human settlement. Below everything turns silver. It moves over the trees, making them appear silver. The silver beams of moon is reflecting on the window. Silver simply introduces the moon, which is moving slowly and silently across the sky. In the second line, the speaker says that the moon walks the night in her silver shone. The word shone is a Scottish dialect word meaning shoes. So here the moon is personified as a woman to imply how graceful its movement is. The third line describes the moon playful from her place in the sky, and the fourth line describes that she sees, namely silver fruit upon silver trees. This could be a metaphor for a constellation of stars in the sky. In the fifth and sixth lines, the speakers describe how the silver light of the moon shines upon the window of the houses below and how the moonlight makes the roofs of the houses also appear silver. In the seventh and eighth lines, the speaker describes a dog sleeping like a log in its kennel. Its paws also appear to be silver because of the light of the moon. Line 10 and 9 describes the white breast of doves. Lines 9 and 10 describe the white breasts of doves, which are visible from the shadow of their shelter. In the moonlight, the feathers of the doves also appear to be silver. The doves are also asleep. In the 11th and 12th lines, a mouse scampers along the ground, and like the windows, the dog and the doves before it also appear to be silver in the light of the moon. In the final two lines of the poem, the speaker describes fish in a stream. He describes the fish as moveless, suggesting that they too are sleeping. The moonlight makes the stream and also the reeds along the bank appear silver too. With this, we come to the end of our topic of this unit. I hope you all have enjoyed learning. Till then, take care